Happy Thankful Thursday. I'm apologizing in advance because I promise I was sitting here minding my own business and I was just thinking of different things. And this particular thing that popped in my head, I had to laugh. It's serious, but the way that God gave it to me was so. Y'all remember Soul Food, right? And you had all the different characters. But what popped in my mind, because it's been so much going on in relationships and families and different things, and the part that stood out was when Terry was talking to her sisters, and also her brother-in-law and her husband Miles was in there, and um, the other brother-in-law, I can't think of his character name right now, but he was telling her how she couldn't sell the house and how it was for the family, and she was like, F the family. And then she proceeded to say other things. Now, I'm saying, and my F is not the same F that she was talking about, but F the family. For me, forgive. Forgive the family. It's so many things that are going on right now. And we know that the enemy is out to steal, kill, and destroy. We know that he will use those closest to us. Now, funerals and other different things that happen tend to bring the worst out. You would think it would bring out the best, but no, it's the opposite. You have family that they may bicker over material things, money, personal belongings, um, just a lot of different things. It's also when heated arguments may take place for things that may have happened in the past. I'm saying forgive the family. We are not guaranteed to be here long. One thing for sure, we have a birth date, we have an expiration date. We don't know when that is going to be. So to walk around and just move about as if life is guaranteed to us, it is not. And as we see, February has taken some people out. I mean, a bunch of people have passed away in this month. And we have to get our lives together. We have to forgive. We have to repent. We have to do what God has sent us to do. And feuding with the family is not one of them. Have we not seen enough examples in the Bible? So we know that it's to be expected, but it does not have to end that way. It's letting go of pride and ego. It is letting go of unforgiveness, letting go of envy and jealousy and bitterness. Like, why? And God has had me on this journey. And it's God because it's uncomfortable. It is nothing that I would have voluntarily said, hey, let me just go about and just start reaching out to everybody. But I have. I've reached out to so many people. And I'm asking for forgiveness if I have done anything, if I have said anything, because we don't know. Sometimes we can say things and a person may not tell us that it offended them or it hurt them or whatever the case may be. We don't always know. Sometimes people know they do it. Sometimes it's intentional. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to do it knowingly or unknowingly. I don't want to say it knowingly or unknowingly. And if I do, I want to make things right. So I've been reaching out to people. And the more that I've done it, which has been a lot lately, and it's not to say that I feel that I've done anything to all of these people, but again, I want to make sure. I'm making sure my heart is right. I'm making sure that I am truly walking the walk. He created us in his image. And for me to be created in his image, I have to do as he does. And Jesus forgave. He forgave those who crucified him, those who spit in his face and they beat him, all the things, and they were forgiven. And we hold grudges because of the most simple things. I don't want to be that way. So when I say F the family, I mean forgive them. I mean friends. I mean past lovers. Whatever the case may be, forgive them. How can we ask God for forgiveness or expect Him to forgive us if we're not willing to do the same? How can we ask Him for grace and mercy, or how can we expect Him to give us grace and mercy, which is undeserved, if we're not willing to extend it? It doesn't work that way. And it's not easy, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we do feel like people have done things to us intentionally, and they just be like, I'm not forgiving them. Why not? It doesn't mean you have to become best friends again, or you have to, go out with them, celebrate, eat with them, become their friends on Facebook. You don't have to do any of that. But make sure your heart is right. Make sure that you are not causing unnecessary stress or health conditions on yourself because you're harboring unforgiveness and bitterness. It's not worth it. So in these days, and we've been in the last days for quite a long time, make sure that you are doing everything you can to get your house in order, to make sure that you are extending forgiveness, to make sure that you are teaching your kids about the Bible if you've already not done so, that you are being a true disciple, and that you are unashamed and unapologetically preaching the gospel. That can be at your job. That can be as you run into people at the store, the gas station, wherever the case may be. But God has been so good to us. And it doesn't have to be some over-the-top miracle. If you are looking at this video, that means that you are alive and well, and that alone is a testimony. If you woke up this morning, you are a walking miracle. And you need to embrace it as so, because a lot of people did not wake up today. A lot of people woke up, but they may not have been in the right frame of mind. They may have been bedridden. Like, it's so many things that happen. So if you are healthy, you are whole, you are able to have full mobility of your limbs, your mind is working the way it's supposed to be, you're at work, you have a roof over your head, you have food in your refrigerator. Like, you have so many things to be thankful for on this glorious Thankful Thursday. So I know that was a lot, but with that being said, F them all, forgive them all. Happy Thankful Thursday.